victim in the armed carjacking suffered serious injuries, but they are not life-threatening.
The incident happened outside St. Mary's Hospital. Fox 11's Nick Harrington has more from police and what led up to the attack.
The victim, as a result of this, had to get 17 staples to her head, has a significant concussion. She has a broken finger and other bruises and contusions.
Police say this BB gun was used during Thursday night's attack at St. Mary's Hospital. 17-year-old Chloe Zellner appeared in court from the Brown County Jail, facing multiple charges, including armed carjacking and substantial battery. Operations Commander for Greenbay Police Kevin Warych says the other suspect in this case is a juvenile. The criminal complaint says he's a 16-year-old boy.
That's a very traumatic event that we try desperately to avoid in this city, and this doesn't happen. And when we see stuff like this happen, it affects all of us.
The criminal complaint shows that prior to transport to the police department, Zellner, quote, was making excited utterances that everything that happened was not the other suspect's idea and it was her idea. The victim had been leaving work and was walking to her car, seeing a male and female sitting on a bench. A statement she provided reads, quote, "The male that had been sitting on the bench came around and continued to hit me with the object, which I was able to identify as a gun. The male took my keys and the female got into my vehicle." The stolen car was eventually recovered in the 400 block of Scott Drive. Warych adds, though these situations are rare in Green Bay, people should take these extra precautions if they don't feel safe.
We encourage people just to walk with a partner, tell your co-workers, tell your family, your friends, your route, your estimated time of arrivals, departures, and most importantly, just be a good friend.
Fox 11 reached out to St. Mary's Hospital for an interview, but a spokesperson responded with a statement reading, HSHS St. Mary's Hospital Medical Center does not comment on pending police investigations. However, the health and safety of all who come through our doors are our top priority, especially our colleagues and providers who go above and beyond to care for our patients every day.
The incident happened just after 11:30 last night in the parking lot of HSHS St. Mary's Hospital. The hospital employee says she was approached by a man and woman and hit over the head with what she believed to be a gun. Then her car was taken. Officers found the stolen vehicle at a home about a half-mile away. They then found the two suspects along South Taylor Street, where they arrested them. After that, they found a fake gun, which they believe was used in the incident.
No, this is a very rare incident for the entire city, more or less, at one of our local hospitals. And it's important for the community to know that these two suspects are in custody, that we're going to recommend several charges to the district attorney's office to hold them accountable.
Mayor Genrich says he's made progress in his first term on the goals he has for Green Bay.
He announced his decision to run for re-election next spring in a post on Twitter just this afternoon. Fox 11's Ben Krumholtz joins us now live from City Hall. And Ben, have you spoken with the mayor since he made his announcement?
Michelle, we have reached out to Genrich for an interview, but haven't heard back. His chief of staff told us we likely won't be able to get an interview until tomorrow afternoon. I have been talking with others involved with city politics, and this announcement doesn't really come as a surprise to anyone. Genrich won in convincing fashion in 2019 with 58% of the vote, advancing out of a crowded 8-person primary race. The former Democratic state representative has championed green infrastructure initiatives and creating a more inclusive workplace for city employees. Plans to move the downtown coal piles and revitalize the area known as the Shipyard have also progressed. However, he's also faced criticism for election issues, including the use of private help to administer the 2020 general election. In his announcement tweet, Genrich wrote he considers himself part of a project to make our city a place for everyone, to invest in infrastructure and public safety, to deepen our democracy and strengthen our community, and to grow an inclusive economy. He says we've made progress on these fronts, but there is more of my time and energy that I would like to give to this effort, and that's why he says he is running. Tonight, we have reaction from both sides to Genrich's decision.
I think he's done a great job with getting the city's finances in order. I mean, he started out with a hole, and then the whole mess with COVID. He's done a great job.
I want to say I think it's a tough job. I said that when he ran. I mean, I voted for the guy. I mean, I had talked to him, and I thought more would happen.
That interview with former Mayor Jim Schmidt is from last month when he exclusively told us that he is considering another run for mayor. I spoke with Schmidt again this afternoon, and he told me he always thought that Genrich would run again. He says, in fact, he talked with him about it just yesterday. As for his own decision, Schmidt says he is still evaluating it. Coming up tonight on Fox 11 News at 9 and 10, we'll have new reaction to Genrich's announcement, including whether anyone else is considering a run for Green Bay mayor.